Hi, everyone. So, as you can see, I'm a little more awake and I'm a little less grumpy. And like I said, you're probably going to be getting a few of these posts because things are just running through my head. And of course, I'm getting feedback from the videos. And the one that's cracking me up the most is this morning, or last night when I was dozing off, I was kind of thinking about this. And this morning, I got a message from Slanelkla, and he said almost exactly word for word what I was thinking. And then, of course, during the day, I get these emails, and they're almost the comments are all the same. It's really, really hysterical, and it's regarding the UN, regarding the we never claimed we were infallible, and the Judicial Committee. So imagine that you've committed fornication, and you've gotten away with it for 10 years, and you go before a Judicial Committee, and the elders go, "Well, what do you have to say for yourself?" And you go, "I never claimed I was infallible." Would do you think for a second that they would take that? Do you think for a second that you would get away with that? They'd hand your butt to you on a platter. You'd have to show proper remorse, and you'd have to show all that kind of stuff, And if you didn't, you'd be disfellowshipped. And then even then, if you decided to be remorseful later, it would take you a long time before you could get reinstated. And it just cracks me up how, if somebody worked for you and you found out they've been stealing from you, and when you ask them, what do you have to say for yourself? Well, I never claimed I was infallible. Would you take that? Any situation like that people have been screwing you over or lying to you or deceiving you or whatever for even once, and that was their response to you. I never said I was infallible. It's such a lame excuse. Now it's cracking me up because it is really just a lame excuse. And this is what they think of you. Because they know they can hand you this crap and you'll go, yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, new light, new light. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Not infallible, not perfect. Right? Good, good, good. They're treating you like an idiot. So they're telling you, it's nothing. It's nothing. It was a misunderstanding. It's nothing. We're not infallible. It's nothing. And now it's over. So move on. And if you keep harping on it, we'll bring you in front of a judicial committee because you're not being in the proper frame of mind. You're not spiritually strong. Whatever excuse they make up. I just wish everybody could just open their eyes for just a minute and just look at it for just a minute. You'd see why there's so many of us that are just beating our head against the wall. It's so frustrating. It really. This morning I was frustrated. Today I'm finding it comical just because there is so many comments on my videos and private comments that I'm getting that are just, it's almost word for word. If you were in front of a judicial committee, you would never get away with that. And not everybody who has left the organization has been in front of a judicial committee. There are numerous who all they did was find out the truth about the truth and they left. Or there's plenty out there that didn't want to leave the organization, but there was one thing or two things that they couldn't live with. So they made a conscious decision to leave. To, like the circuit overseer said in the Malawi, she chose to serve Jehovah over what everybody else was doing. And there are people who have left the organization on that fact alone. But there are some of us who have been in front of a judicial committee. I was in front of a judicial committee and I didn't even do anything wrong. But there are some of us that have done a judicial committee. There's plenty who've been in judicial committee just because for disagreeing. They didn't even do anything wrong. There was no mass sin, according to the organization. And any of us who have been in front of those elders in that back room being interrogated, and treated like a criminal. You know, he said he wasn't judge and jury. Why do they call it a judicial committee if they're not judge and jury? They do treat it like you're on trial. Except in a court of law, you can provide evidence. You can speak for yourself. You don't have to sit there and kiss the judge's feet in order to stay in the organization or to stay out of jail. It's just, it's so funny. They claim infallibility. They tell you it's over. And they pretty much demand that you move on. Because I can guarantee you, if you start bringing it up in the congregation and you don't see it their way, despite what they tell you, whatever lie, whatever manipulation, whatever runaround they give you, if you don't accept it their way, you're going to be in trouble. So they claim they're imperfect. They demand you accept it. And they demand you to get over it. Please, just open your eyes, just for a minute, and see it the way we see it. Whether you accept it or not, just open your eyes and just take a look at it from another angle, just for a minute. And if you see what we see, we are here to help you. We understand. There's so much of it that does frustrate me to where I'm really angry. There's points where I get so upset or I'm crying. And then there's just times where it's so ridiculous that I'm laughing. And that's what's happening with all the comments that I've gotten is it's almost word. I could link them all up. I should actually just link them all up and bleep out the names and just show you. It's almost word for word. If we were in front of a judicial committee, this would not be the reaction we would get. They would not take, I never claimed to be infallible, no matter how humbly you said it. Anyway, I'm totally rambling. I warned you, but it's a beautiful day. My husband's up listening to music. He's quite a music connoisseur, and so we're getting out of each other's hair for a little bit. And I was left in my head and reading these emails and stuff and just cracking up. So I had to share it. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.